but there's a lot of excitement, obviously, around Texas football. And I'm not going to lie. I mean, with the way that the coaches talked today, there should be a lot of excitement. Look, the schedule is rough. Texas could lose to Ohio State. They could lose to Florida. They could lose to OU. They could lose to Georgia in Athens. That would be crushing. Texas has the longest winning streak in true road games in the nation at 11. It's a winning streak that has spanned 22, 23, 24, 3 years, and includes wins at then number 3 Alabama, of course, the defending national champion Michigan Wolverines, and will be severely tested when they go to Columbus on August 30th. But this team's going to get better and better. And the thing that always drove me crazy kind of about some of the teams that were on the field for Texas in the 15 years that they were kind of roaming the wilderness is they didn't get better from week to week. You'd see them play one really good game and then turn around and lose a game they shouldn't lose. You know, under Charlie, it was a lot of heartbreak, a lot of double-digit losses. Under Herman, you had head-scratching non-conference losses to Cal and Maryland. And, you know, you're losing, you got a 10-point lead against Iowa State with a Big 12 title game berth on the line in 2020, and they lose it. Just like head-scratching stuff. The thing you love about where this program is for Texas right now is that they've gotten better. They've gotten better from year to year. And they're after the 21 season with the record 6-game losing streak, the longest losing streak since 1956, you're like, uh-oh. And this team couldn't close the door on teams. Remember, they had double-digit leads against Oklahoma State, Baylor, OU. They lost them all. And so we don't talk about that anymore. We talk about a team with great culture, great toughness. And now you got guys climbing over each other to get to the football facility because they have to. If they want to get on the field, they're going to have to outwork, outwit, outplay. Sound like a Survivor ad. But they're going to have to outwork, outwit, outplay the guy in their room who's ahead of them. And by getting pushed, whether it's at right tackle or, Neto Umezulu getting pushed by Nate Kibble and Jaden Chapman and Connor Stroh, all of this, all the corners that are duking it out. Santana Wilson, when no one talks about Santana Wilson, that dude led the team in interceptions in the spring and is just a specimen, tough guy. Jordan Johnson Rebel. I mean, it's ridiculous, the talent on this team. And special teams wasn't great last year, but all those guys that I just mentioned are going to be impact guys. And you're going to add in guys like Bo Barnes and some of these freshmen who are maybe not Santana Wilson. If he's not in that starting corner rotation or in the rotation period, watch him light it up on special teams. You got to run. You got to want to tackle. You got to have speed to play special teams for Jeff Banks. But with the new kicker, Mason Shipley, who I love because he's so even keeled. This guy's a married man, and he was the backup with Jake Bates at Texas State, behind Seth Keller, who had a great year at Texas State in 22, and then transferred to Kansas, got some NIL money, went to Kansas, and our man Mason Shipley was about to give it up. It's like, I'm tired. I'm trying to walk on. My parents are paying for everything. My twin brother got a full ride to Hawaii right out of high school. We had the same stats. I didn't get doo-doo. And then he wins the job at Texas State and has a perfect year, 15 of 15 in 2023. So they've upgraded. Jack Bomeister, the punter, proven guy, 40-40 or 44.7 average coming out of Utah. They're going for it. And, the continuity. I wrote about the coordinator continuity. Texas is the only program in the Power Four, as well as Notre Dame, not to have a primary coordinator change in the last 4 years. It's rare. And this is a year where if Arch Manning can, show that he's got the offense down, can get protected by this offensive line, can get some dynamic playmaking on the perimeter from guys like Ryan Wingo and DeAndre Moore, Emmett Mosley, Jack Endries, and others, then this could be a really special year. And look, when Texas went to Ohio State in 2005 and won against a defense that had A.J. Hawk, Bobby Carpenter, Anthony Schlegel. On offense, he had Santonio Holmes, future Heisman winner Troy Smith, although Justin Zwick got a lot of run in that game, and thank Jim Tressel for that. But this could be a special year because, look, if Texas gets into that playoff, not if, they absolutely have to be in that playoff or this will be a total disappointment of a year. But think of how they will have been tested at that point. Having played at Ohio State, having played at Florida, having played at Georgia. So Zay saw what I saw, a bunch of confident coordinators. They like being around each other. They have good chemistry. Players pick up on that. It's like kids. If the parents are fighting and there's discord, the kids are like, uh-oh, something's off. But these coaches are tight. They're tied together. They have great chemistry. They want to win it. They all want that ring. And so I think there's a lot of reason for optimism. Now, Zay, this is the question I was going to ask you. If Texas isn't in the national championship game this year, is it a disappointment?
Yes, absolutely.
After going to the semifinals 2 years in a row, and you got everything back. I mean, obviously, 4 new starters on the offensive line. We get it. 2 new interior defensive line starters. But look, Arch is in his 3rd year in this offense. So he should be able to look, Ohio State is going to bring everything they've got. But he should get better as the season goes on. You lose to Ohio State, okay, it's not the end of the world, but you're going to have to play your ass off to beat Florida. You're going to have to play your ass off to beat OU, and then you got to stay focused in those next few games before you get to Georgia and Arkansas and A&M. So I think there's a lot of reason for optimism. I'm with you. This is a national championship game, really national championship.
Yeah.
I hate to say national championship or bust because
say it with your chest.
But it is that. And think about this. Like, it should be for 2 years. It should be for 2 years. Yeah. You could almost say this year, it's like you could get to the game, but you should win a national championship in the next 2 seasons because of your roster. You've got Colin Simmons for 25 and 26. You've got Arch Manning maybe for 25 and 26. You need that receiver room to come on because DeAndre Moore, Emmett Mosley, and Ryan Wingo are all draft eligible. No, Wingo's not. No. But we agree.
Yeah.
We agree.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, before we get to the right call, let me ask you this. Same question I asked Hank. Which coach impressed you the most today?
That's a tough one because, like, if you're just saying coordinators, I love me some Jeff Banks. I mean, he should be a head coach already. I said that the day he got hired that he's going to be the first guy to become a head coach. If not for the monkey gate, he'd probably be the head coach at his alma mater. And he should have. And look, he doesn't need to take a mid-level G5 job. He's good enough where he should land in a P4 conference. But love me some Jeff Banks. Thought Kyle Flood was really funny and fun and engaging. Thought PK was really transparent when he said the top 4 corners are Manny Muhammad, Jalen Gilbo, Kobe Black, and Warren Roberson. He just said it. Like Mark Orfe is like, we got 3. We should have 4 soon. But I'll tell you a guy who just oozes confidence is Allen Clark. That dude is an assassin. And he's like, Colin Simmons, we're working on his technique, man. He's like, he was bored last year.
Bored?
And he's like, yeah. And he's like, he's got, I said, are his physical tools, physical gifts so above and beyond that he kind of ignores the technique. And he said, yeah, he was bored. So now he's like, I'm giving him tools. I'm going to go help him make that money. I love Allen Clark. Like, that dude's a savage. I think he's the baddest man in the room. So, I mean, he's just like, if you're talking to him, you're like, I mean, think of all the guys he's coached. Remember, I wrote that story about how, he went to work as a coach. Like, he was trying to make it in the NFL. Then COVID hit. And so to pass time, he started coaching with Brian Hudson down in Houston, who, trained all these top NFL guys. And Allen Clark was so good, and the NFL guys all liked him so much, like Daniil Hunter, that Brian just kept giving him more and more work to do. And, he ended up working with, Max Crosby and freaking, one dude after another, Ed Oliver and Jeffrey Simmons. And he loves him some Ethan Burke. Okay. He said, I only got one senior in my room, and it's Ethan Burke. And he's like, I told Ethan when I went on vacation, I'm like, you're in charge. He's like, take charge. And Burke loves it. Burke is hungry. He said, Burke is hungry. I said, is he like a little bit like Max Crosby? He said, he'll get there. He'll get there. He said, he's got a lot of the same tools, and he's gotten stronger. And he was already strong.
Yeah, the hell?
I think Ethan Burke. I think we're sleeping on Ethan Burke. But, yeah, I'll say L.A., Allen Clark.
Allen Clark. Okay. I like it. Now, I heard what you said about Jeff Banks. I showed BK this picture yesterday. When Jeff Banks was on vacation, this is what he was getting into.
Hey,
now, Coach Banks. That's what I'm talking about. I don't want to hear nothing about Monkey Gate no more. You have a monkey when you're with a woman like this.
She looks happy.
She looks happy.
The pole assassin.
Yeah. Legend. Yeah, Jeff Banks. Yeah, he good in my hood any day of the week. On, off the field, everything. Jeff Banks.
Jeff Banks. He's rolling. The bank is open.
The bank's always open, baby. Bank's always open. That's my guy. Oh, man, that's funny.